Are you having trouble at school? Are you maybe getting grades that aren't really fulfilling your parents' expectations? Maybe the maths teacher's giving you too much homework and you're dealing with so much stuff you're just not able to do it. 7 different teachers give you 7 different lots of homework, and it's pretty hard managing to give an equal amount of focus to each task, which leads you to prioritize 1, 2, or 3 subjects and to just ignore the rest. And maybe it goes well in those 3 subjects where you're focusing on, you actually manage to get pretty high marks. But then when a test comes and it's on one of those other subjects that you've kind of left for granted, you fail. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because, like you, I've been in that situation. The school system can be really hard sometimes, and a lot of times it happens that you kind of have those 1, 2, 3 weeks where it's kind of really easy, and then those 1, 2, 3 weeks where they just fill every single day with a test, and you have no time to focus on yourself. You have no time to go to the gym, to play sports, and it stresses you out and truly affects your mental health in a negative way. Now, I'm going to tell you some easy ways for you to manage to overcome these hard periods of tests every day, infinite amounts of homework. The math teacher just won't leave you alone. The English teacher is giving you way too many essays. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is a study schedule. Now, chances are, and the reason I say this is because it's happened to me and it's something I did a lot. You study last second. You study the night before. Two days earlier, you probably didn't even know what subject you were going to study. You had no idea what the test was about. And so you just started studying the day before, you opened the textbook, and maybe you did manage to study everything and manage to get a high mark, but the day after, you just feel exhausted because you studied until midnight. And that's not good for your mental health. So the solution to this is quite simple, and it's just to study not just the day before, but even maybe a week before. The moment they tell you about the test, you start studying. Before they even tell you about the test. As soon as they start speaking about the subject in class, as soon as the teacher starts giving lectures, you take notes at school, and then you just study the notes. So by the time he's assigned you the test, you've already studied most of it and you're already prepared. How about not even studying at home? Dedicating all of your free time to going to the gym, doing pretty much whatever the fuck you want, hanging out with your friends, improving your mental health, doing, pretty much whatever you want. How about you just study at school? I know this sounds crazy, but we all know that at school, you pretty much have an infinite amount of time of not doing anything. It was like 5-minute interludes between classes, having lunch, and of course, most of the times you're probably socializing during those breaks, and I actually highly suggest you continue doing that. But if you do find yourself at a point where you're pretty much not doing anything, why not study? Why not put yourself forward? So, when you need to study for a test, all you have to do is just a quick revision. How about in those long periods before all the tests come in where you feel really relaxed, like the teachers are being very generous with you by not giving you a lot of homework? Why not study in those periods? So when the really hard periods do come, you're already prepared. You know what the best thing is? If you are studying at school, if you are looking at your textbook, let's say, for example, you're studying history and there's something you don't understand, all you need to do is just raise your hand and ask the teacher a question. I'm sure he won't mind responding. And obviously, I don't expect you to do every single lot of homework at school. There's obviously gonna be some stuff left, even if you do work every single second of free time you have available. But the more you do at school, the less you do at home. And the more free time you do have at home. One last thing is that you can always also have a schedule. You can plan your study. You can dedicate, I don't know, if it's for an exam, you can dedicate 1 hour every day for that subject, and it's pretty handy. I hope this video has helped you. If you did enjoy it, if you did manage to get through the whole video and you enjoyed it, you can always leave a like to support the channel. I've just started, so it would mean the world to me. And if you subscribe, it would also just be great, and I would just be so grateful. Obviously, if you didn't enjoy the video, if you just found me boring, you can not like the video. For that, I thank you anyway for giving me the attention. If there's one thing I do want you to do, which is not to like or subscribe or share, is to keep a strong mind and stay like a lion.